What's going on, everybody? Spunky991 coming guys with another video. Well, the 2021 NFL regular season is officially in the book for the Eagles. Eagles close out the regular season against the Dallas Cowboys, losing 51-26. This was a game that the Eagles clearly did not take seriously. They rested most of their starters throughout the game. It was mostly their third and fourth string, up to fifth string players playing. And as you would imagine, when you have third, fourth, and fifth string players playing, they play like third, fourth, and fifth string players. Just to make it simple, especially on defense. They just look absolutely terrible against the Cowboys, who, unlike the Eagles, were actually taking the game seriously because they played a good portion of their starters, including Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott. They actually took the game seriously, because for the Cowboys, it was about them wanting to, quote-unquote, get their swag back after losing to the Cardinals last week. So they felt like they needed to play their starters to get themselves in the groove for the playoffs. But as we all know as Eagle fans, the Cowboys always tend to do Cowboys things when it matters the most. Moving on past that, they put up big numbers against against our third, fourth, and fifth string defense. Not a shocker there whatsoever. As you guys noticed, I didn't do a preview for this game because it was pretty meaningless. When it was pretty clear that the Eagles were not going to take this game seriously. When it was pretty clear that they were, they had their attention focused on the playoffs. Now, that could be a good thing that they didn't play their starters. You don't want to risk injuries, or you want to let guys that are banged up get healthy. But it also could come at to bite you because this was basically treated as a bye week. It was treated as a bye week, and question is, next week in the playoffs, the Eagles play next week in the playoffs. Will there be some rust there? Crossing our fingers that's not the case, but also they're going against top-notch competition next week. Eagles will more likely have the 7th seed, possibly could be the 6th seed, but in all likelihood they'll be the 7th seed. And right now, you have a team such as the Rams that could potentially be a matchup next week, or even Dallas, because Dallas still has a chance for that number 2 seed. I think for sure, it'll be a much closer matchup next time, with the Eagles, all these starters out there playing, But it is what it is, man. I was coming to this week, I had the expectation that it was gonna be one of those games where Nick Sirianni's like, there's not really much for us to play for in this game. Let's just go ahead and let Gardner Minshew start at quarterback. Let our third, fourth, fifth string players play, so we can get a good idea of what we have when it comes to depth. What this game definitely showed us is that we definitely need to improve our depth this offseason. There were a few bright spots there. The Eagles started off pretty well, and they were hanging with the Cowboys' first string offense throughout most of the first half. Gardner Minshew was looking pretty good overall in the first half. Keenan Gainwell at running back was looking pretty good. Scored a couple touchdowns for us. So it started off pretty well for the Eagles in that first half. Then the second half, Cowboys still playing their starters, and yeah, it kind of went downhill there. But when it became clear, we definitely have to make sure this all season that we improve the depth of this team. It was rookies and stuff like that, but we definitely got to have some better depth when it comes to our roster, and that going to the all season. Our season still continues. Obviously, Eagles going to the playoffs. We'll see what happens there. I'm definitely very optimistic about this team and the future of this team. And I think we could definitely make some noise in the playoffs, Like I said, I didn't do a preview video because at the end of the day, it was kind of pointless because, the Eagles were already, they already had their attention focused on the playoffs. So the Eagles finished the regular season 3-3 in the division. They finished the regular season with a 9-8 record, which is pretty darn good actually especially when they start off 2-5. This was a team that only won 4 games last year. They were not a team that was projected to be in the playoffs. I came into this season with relatively low expectations. So the fact that they turned things around from 2-5 and finished the season 9-8 it's a pretty nice accomplishment with a rookie head coach and a first year starting quarterback. So yeah, this game really didn't mean much at all. Now the media might blow it up some because they love to blow up things about the Cowboys, but it really didn't mean much at all. The Eagles were not taking this game seriously. The Cowboys did because they feel like it's going to help them in the playoffs. I don't know why, because in the playoffs you're going against first and second string defenses. So I don't know why they think this game is going to help them, but that's their prerogative. In the playoffs you're going against top-notch offenses and defenses. So that's their prerogative. But the Eagles were clearly more focused on the playoffs, letting these guys that need to heal up get healthy, because next week is on, and it doesn't matter what you did in the regular season. In the playoffs, everybody starts 0-0. So it's a fresh start for everybody involved in the playoffs. So we'll see if this move comes back to be a great move by the Eagles, which ultimately it will be, in my opinion, regardless of what happens in the playoffs. But we're gonna see just how they start off in their first playoff game. Ultimately, just letting guys get healthy, not risking injury to guys. That's a good thing, regardless. But yeah, man, the playoffs are next step. Regular season's over for the Eagles. Don't really have much to say about the Cowboys-Eagles game, because once again, it was one of those games that the Eagles were just phoning in. They were just, it wasn't one of those games that they were going out there and actually trying to win, So, the Cowboys clearly were playing to win. They were clearly playing to get themselves in whatever groove they're trying to get into. So, I mean, it is what it is. Cowboys win 51-26, Never like lose to the Cowboys, no matter what the circumstances are. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'd rather just focus. I would rather us just focus on the playoffs, which is ahead of us. I just hope that not playing this game for many of our starters, it does not rub off next week when it comes to some rust. I hope I believe they will be 100% focused on the task at hand against whoever they play next week. And it should be a pretty good game next week in the playoffs. But yeah, Cowboys win, once again 51-26. Eagles moving on to the playoffs. Cowboys will be in the playoffs next week as well. My expectation is always with the Cowboys, they will do what they always do in the playoffs, and that's choke. That's just keeping it real. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But I definitely don't fear the Cowboys. I think with the Eagles at full strength, we could beat almost anybody in the league. I truly do believe that when the Eagles are firing on all cylinders, when they are at their very best, I do believe that they can go toe-to-toe with just about anybody, especially when that running game is going well for us as well. But yeah, moving on past this, moving on to the playoffs next week. We'll see what happens. But as always, go Birds. Spunky Nice No One is out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.
T